I think arguments for global health and well-being are first and foremost about the actual opportunities for what you can do. So, I think you can just actually go out and save a ton of lives. You can change destructive, harmful public policies so that people can just flourish more. You can do so in a way that allows you to get feedback along the way so that you can improve and don't just have one shot to get it right. And at the end, you can plausibly look back and say, look, the world went differently than it would have counterfactually if I didn't do this. I think that is pretty awesome and pretty compelling. But honestly, if somebody were coming to me and saying I buy the long-termist gospel, I'm all on board, I would super be uninterested in trying to talk that person out of it. I think that is great. I think there's not enough long-termists in the world. I think the idea that, I could go on a rant about this, but I really think that the idea that long-termism is new and small is totally crazy. And it should be huge and it should be a really popular idea. And the world is in sort of a crazy place that people don't understand and appreciate our position in the world and the universe and sort of how big the future could be. And so I get a lot of value from seeing sort of more concrete impacts on my work and trying to feel like I can work on problems where I can make progress. But I'm not at all interested in talking people out of spending their career on long-termism.
If there was someone who came to you who was kind of on the fence between doing something that was more unusually long-termist and something that was, say, within your own umbrella of the work at Openfell, and they said, what's the strongest case that you can offer for doing the latter rather than the former? What kind of arguments would you make?
I think a really central one in my mind is I think we just don't have good answers on long-termism. And maybe that's an argument that we should have. The long-termist team at Openfell is significantly underspending its budget because they don't know where to put the money. And when I think about what are the recommended interventions or practices for long-termists, I feel like they either become sort of quickly pretty anodyne or it's quite hard to make the case that they are robustly good. And so I think if somebody is really happy to take those kinds of risks, really loves the philosophy, really excited about sort of being on the cutting edge, long-termism could be a great career path for them. But if you're more I want to do something good with my career and I'm not excited about something that might look like overthinking it, I think it's pretty likely that long-termism is not going to be the right fit or path for you.